Good morning, everybody. This is Patrick MontesDeOca with the live trading room for the Equity Management Academy. This report is sponsored by the Equity Management Academy. On this video report, what I would like to do is take a look at the VC Weekly Price Momentum Indicator report that was published on April the 10th, 2014, last Saturday. This report is published every Saturday, and it gives us a very, very clear picture of the algorithms that we can use the following week. This report was published last Saturday for this week. So what I would like to do is review so far what has transpired in the gold and silver market by the application of the VC Price Momentum Indicator. On Friday, the June gold futures contract last Friday closed at 1208. The market closing above the 9-day moving average of 1196 is confirmation that the weekly trend momentum is bullish. We use the 9-day moving average as one of the components of the algorithm. And what we're doing here basically is we are breaking it down for you in terms of components to identify the signals and the confirmation of the signals. A close below the 9-day moving average of 1196 would negate this weekly bullish short-term trend that started last week. The weekly momentum indicator is another part of the another component of the algorithm that we use that basically is the pivot point for the week, metrics for the week. With the market closing at the VC Weekly Price Momentum Indicator of 1208, it confirms that the price momentum is neutral. And a close below the VC Weekly, it would trigger a short signal. And if it triggers a short signal, basically it's telling you that look to take profits at the 1192 to 1175 levels. If it closes above 1208, this bearishness would be negated, or this bearish signal would be negated. Let's take a look at the 10th coming into this week, with the market closing at about the 1208 level, closing slightly under the VC, which is the green line that you see was slightly bearish. And it also told you that the resistance now obviously was 1208, and if it does come down, that you have support at 1192 to 1175. The market on Tuesday made a low of 1183.50, stabbing into this area of support between buy 1 and buy 2 level and activating an 1192 weekly signal, which we sent out and published and text out to subscribers, basically that this signal was activated. By the close above it, basically it triggers a buy signal and it automatically activates the code below, or the price below, as the stop. So on this day, the market closed at pretty much at 1192, triggering the buy signal and activating the stop as 1192. And your target basically was the VC code of 1208 above, which basically was met today at early in the morning, basically at the early hours of the morning, it pretty much confirmed the target from 1192. So this trade alone was obviously about $1,000 on the 100-ounce contract in gold futures contract. And what we're looking for now is for the price action basically to close above 1208 and so that it would activate the higher levels of 1224 basically to 1241 for this week. So we basically are waiting now for the price action. We did take some profits slightly, and we partially, and we are looking for the market to trade above 1208, so we can activate basically the sell stops of 1224 to 1241 for the June gold contract. The algorithm tells you precisely if you bought it at 1192 or into that zone of 1192 to 1175, use the 1175 as your stop, basically a stop, close only, and good till cancel, which means that the market has to close below 1175 for you to get stopped out. If you're long, then it tells you here, if you're long, take profits at sell 1 and sell 2 levels, which is 1224 to 1241 during the week. Let's take a look at the silver market here, which is trading at 1628.50. The market last Friday, the May silver futures contract closed at 1649. The market closing below the 9-day moving average of 1654 is confirmation that the weekly trend came in this week slightly bearish. But it also tells you that if it was to close above 1654, that it would trigger, it would negate this bearish short-term trend, and it would basically go neutral. The pivot point for the week of the metrics, with the market closing below the VC weekly price momentum indicator of 1665, it confirmed coming into this week that the momentum was bearish. But if it closed above 1665, it would trigger weekly stops and negate the bearish signal to a neutral. This told you that if we basically come down below 1665, look to take profits on your shorts at the buy 1 and 2 levels of 1633 to 1616, and then go long at those levels here, and use the 1616 as your stop, close only, and good till cancel order. On the 10th, basically on Friday, the market closed at obviously 1649, and because it closed below the green line of the code, which is 1665, came in a bit bearish, and it told you that if it was to come down into that 1633 level to 1616, that you want to buy long. And by Tuesday, the market penetrated that 1633 and made a low of 1622.50, and it came down below that B2 level of 1616, making a low of 1612.50, thus activating the buy position at 1633 and 1616. This basically gave you an average price if you maintained the long, but it also told you that if it activates the 1616, then take profits, basically near-term profits here on the code above, and you can use the VC code and until basically we reach the sell 1 level of 1681 to 1714, which is the weekly higher ranges that we're looking for. When you're buying into that B1 and B2 level here, this is the highest probability to buy the market long. And if you buy that B2, you automatically activates the targets above for you to lighten up, take partial profits, and then when the signal is activated again, you use the codes above to continue to use them as targets. And in this case, the 1665 has been the pivot point target for the week. And so we are pretty much experiencing a lot of volatility into this zone. As you can see, this is confirming this zone to be a major buying area, and we continue to wait for the market to close above 1633 in order for us to activate another buy signal with a target of 1665. If you have multiple contracts, you can sell 1681 to 1714, all the way up there. So we are trading and taking advantage of the short-term volatility in the market. In the meantime, the silver market still on a swing position with a long swing position with a stop at 1616. If you have profits built in, obviously you can use the 1633 to take some out. And if you want to add to your position, wait for a close above 1633 in order to continue to add to your positions. I hope this has been very helpful to you, and I want to thank you once again for the opportunity to share this intelligence with you. And if you have any questions at all, my phone number is 805 area code 418-1744, or email me at support@ima2trade.com with the digit number 2, ima2trade.com. Once again, this is Patrick MontesDeOca. Have a great trading week, and until next time, my friends, be well.